Hey there, y'all. Disney D Prince here today with another Barbie Rebody and Restyle. Today we've got the Barbie Cutie Reveal Flower series, which has got the teddy bear, the sloth, the llama, and the unicorn. And they are all very cute. They are all obviously out of their mascot uniforms. So, what we're going to do is color match them and put them onto truly made to move bodies. Because these bodies just have the basic articulated bodies. They lack the wrist articulation, the double knee articulation, double arm articulation, ankle articulation, upper arm articulation, and upper thigh articulation. So they are good bodies, but unfortunately they have these molded underwear sets on, which makes putting them into other clothes a little too meh. So while as basic articulation they would kind of stay in my collection, the bodies themselves are going to, but they're going to get rebodied onto these made to move bodies. There are a couple of tricky tones in here. I've noticed that the Cutie Reveal dolls have had the more tricky tones, which is kind of weird, considering you would think, as kind of like a playline doll, they would be utilizing the bodies they already had in production. No, they're making new bodies, and of course they're giving us weirder tones that we don't have matches for. So let's start with the easy one. So we have our teddy bear. She is on your kind of like basic dark tone body, and we have a perfect match for her in our basic yoga made to move, the tie-dye pants. She looks a little light next to each other, but let me show you all the difference between like this one and the others that are readily available. So this is the other made to move tone. As you can see, she's still darker. This is our wheelchair made to move Barbie, which is darker than her. And then we have the petite, which is darker as well. So, of the options, this girl is going to be our closest match. So, while not a perfect match, it shouldn't be super noticeable. At least that's what I'm hoping for. So, first things first, we're going to take off her little ears. We're going to take off her shoes. Very cute. And we're going to take off her little skirt. Well, we're going to be able to use the shoes and the skirt again, which is great. We're going to make sure her head is nice and soft. It could be a little softer, but since I'm not worried about this body quite so much, I'm not going to freak out about it. So I did get it off without breaking it, but it is slightly more firm than I would love to be working with, which is weird because it's been in my house for a while already. And then we'll do the same thing with our made to move. And again, always make sure you're working with as soft a head as possible. A lot of people really like to boil the heads no matter what kind of material the doll is. I've found that most of the time, if your doll is a soft vinyl head, you don't need to boil the doll so much as just hold it for a bit. And see, once she's on there, it's not a super noticeable difference. And we're going to take off the shirt, because the shirt doesn't match the vibes that we want to go with, which is kind of like shimmery, fun. We'll also take off the shorts. Bada boom. I love these made to move tops, like in theory, but in practice they're always kind of a pain to take off. So we take her outfit and put her back on like this. Give her kind of that mermaid vibe that she was giving. And we can put these shoes back on because her feet are the same size. So we don't have to worry about her shoes not fitting. Which is great, because if we put them on a curvy body or a tall body, we are going to lose those shoes. So for now, that is the rebody section. We are going to call that good. She's been rebodied. And we're going to take this head and put it in our donor head pile and hold on to these for later in case we need to use them. Again, she's not really going to use her ears. Next up is our sloth Barbie. She's very cute. They gave her a hibiscus headband and pink shoes and like a green skirt. I have no idea what any of that had to do with like a sloth theme. To me, she looked more like she should have been like a toucan or something. She is not. But it's fine. We take off this. And I'm going to take off the shoes first. They're very cute little like ballet flats. And our next question will be, what is her match? I'm going to put her on this one, which is a basketball Barbie. She is a tall, not an original body, so she is going to gain some height. And as you can see, again, not a perfect match, but let me show you the options that we had available to us. So here is the curvy dancer body. Again, not a perfect match. Close, but not perfect. Again, these are generally about the same tone. This one has a little bit more red under it. And then we also have the sort of basic articulated one. Again, she's pretty close, but not perfect. She's actually one that I thrifted, so she has a bunch of markings on her, which is kind of the reason I'm not going to use her. Or I've got the soccer Barbie, which is all about the same tone. So, actually, soccer Barbie might be a better fit. Let's see. No, I'm going to go with her. The undertones are the same in the tall body compared to our soccer player. So unfortunately, because we're taking the tall Barbie, we are going to lose the shoes. That is just what happens. But it's all right. It's always good to have more height diversity, because I love to have the body type diversity in my collections. It shouldn't be an issue with the skirt. The skirt is a stretch fit. And I'm going to take the head off this one. We make sure our head is nice and soft before we even attempt that. And we just pop it off as easily as we can. Bada boom. I do it off screen to not give people anxiety. And we toss that body for later. And we do the same thing with our tall. We make sure that head is nice and squishy. And then I do it off screen to not give people anxiety. There we go. And we take this head and we put it in our donor pile. And then trim that plug to make it easier to take the next one on and off. And as you can see, it's a pretty good match. So we're going to take that skirt and put it back on. very cute. It does become kind of a mini skirt when we put it on the tall, but that's kind of the risk you run. And then we'll worry about her shoes in the Restyle portion. So next up, this is another one that looks like she's going to be the original Barbie tone. Like, she looks like she's an original Barbie. She's actually not. She is much closer to this Barbie's tone, which is a petite, and she does not have any other tones that match her yet. She's a singular tone. So this is a Barbie Looks doll, and I'm bad about the numbers, but she's a Barbie Looks. She's the only one with short hair like that. That is her original head, so it should be easy enough to find. I think she's still available on MattelCreations.com, and you can pretty easily get her still at retail. She was not a super popular one, but because I was just as surprised as y'all. I thought she was going to be an original tone Barbie like this one, but putting her up against each other, you see this Barbie has much more of a tan than her. And then for a second I thought it was going to be Alex Morgan, but this Barbie is much more pink than Alex Morgan. I also tried some of the others that were there, like the Series 1 Redhead, which I thought might be a match, and it was not. She is much more tan. So yeah, this doll winds up being a perfect match for this one, which is great because we need more petites. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna get this ready. She has a true like yellow hair, and she's got two different blue tones in her hair also. So it's great. And because we're moving from original to petite, we are going to be able to keep those shoes, so that's good. Even though blue and peach, I don't know why those were the colors they went with. And then her bikini thing is red. So, still not entirely sure why they did that. And we take our doll body like that. We did pull a little bit of hair from the inside, but that's okay. That's the risk you run with these big old pins. But always make sure your heads are nice and soft before you even attempt to remove them. Again, same thing over here. Make sure the head is soft. And we've got that one there. And we hold on to this one for a custom if we need it, or a reroute. And then we just pop her back on. As you know, those signature dolls, their heads are a little smaller than the regular Playline Barbies, more in line with realistic human proportions. As you can see, a very good color match. Bada boom. I'm going to put that little skirt on. This is actually my least favorite of the skirts because they're just not giving as much as I wanted them to. So, very cute. But my least favorite of the skirts so far. But that's it for that one. So our llama girl got to keep her skirt and her shoes. Now we have our unicorn girl who, without her unicorn helmet, looks a little bit more like a vampire bride, and I'm kind of here for it. So she actually is going to go on this body. As you can see, not a perfect match, but she's paler than the one that we just used. And she's actually paler than this one. She's probably more of a perfect match for Victoria from Barbie Looks, the tall blonde. Now, people always tell me that Andra and Victoria are the same tone. I don't see it. Andra has a different undertone, but that could just be me being finicky. Either way, I don't have more of them, and they are not easy to find anymore. Andra is still available, but she's more of a normal tone than she is of this one. So, hopefully, we'll get some new tones in the new series that's coming out soon. But as you can see, it's not a huge difference. It's slightly more pinky underneath. But if I were to hold her up to this one, like, that one's much tanner than what we need. Sorry about that. She looked all jacked up. All right, so we're going to put her on this one. This is a Made to Move Series 1. These are exclusive to Amazon. They do pop up every once in a while at retail price, which is like $15. We've got soft heads. Going to take these off. Bada boom. We're going to keep our shoes and our little skirt. And then we'll take this body and throw it into the pile of other bodies. And then we're going to take our Made to Move head off. Now, I am a little more careful with my Made to Move bodies, especially the ones that are like this, that are a little bit harder to come by. So I always try to make sure that they're very, like, softly removed. And I always trim the pegs off to make it easier to remove for the next time. So let's take a look. Once we put this head on, at how rough of a transition does it look like? So, it's not a great match, like I said, but it's still really cute. But I am thinking I'm going to have to give her a high-collared shirt, like a high-necked shirt, to go with that, just to kind of detract from the difference between her face and her body, which is a good way if you need to rebody a doll and you don't have the exact skin tone match, is just to use a high-collared shirt. But again, it's always up to personal preference. But we'll take our little shimmery mermaid skirt and our little minty shoes, which will still fit because we went from an original body to an original body. And we will set her back down. But as you can see, with the exception of like this one, none of these are technically on exact body type, body color matches, which is unfortunate. Usually I do strive to get an exact match for these dolls, but with the color reveals and the Cutie reveals, it's actually really difficult to get perfect matches. So, it's a kind of a situation that you kind of have to go through. I'm actually wondering, is she a perfect match for the BTS tone? Yes. So she's like a perfect match for this skin tone, but that's a boy body. So that's unfortunate. Because I don't think any of the Barbie clothes would fit on these. But oddly enough, the BTS bodies, all of their clothes do fit on Barbie. Just FYI. But it does not go the other way. So, now we have to figure out some good tops for these outfits. So, I don't know. We've got some violet. These are all dresses. Can't use those. Nope. Bottoms. These are jackets. These videos are really more about vibes, y'all. Because not always gonna find exact matches for things when it comes to our cute dolls, but we try our best, right? Where did my other ones go? Because right now I only have like a couple of things to work from, and that is not always the best bet to do. So yeah, none of these are going to be what I'm going to use. Alright, gotta get back to the drawing boards. Okay. I do try to keep all of my stuff organized into bins. Not always the easiest thing to do, because you pull something out and you forget to put it back, or you just put it back in a bin that's open, and you know, things happen. Let's see, is this my tops or these dresses? Dresses, okay. Yes. These are tops. Are these cute tops though? Those. These are t-shirt dresses, not the way we want to go. These are Olympics ones. Jackets. These are uniforms. And these pants. Yes. Those are my pants. Okay. That is going to be my one thing of tops. All right. So here's what we're going to do. Move all this stuff out of the way. We're going to dump these out. We're going to see if we got anything in here that vibes with what these girls need. Now, this is the reason I am big mad that they gave us these reversible jackets every single time, because it just doesn't work with all of these dolls. So, purple, that might be my top for her. I'll give that a try in a minute. But first, we gotta find some other ones to go with these. Or I could put this one on her. That's another high top. Cover up the majority of her upper body. This is a cute little hoodie. I don't even know where I got that one. That's vintage. Well, this is cute. Do we think this vibes with her feel? Oh yeah, that'll work. That'll be cute for her. Let's see. So another high top one. Oh. This one might work for her, because she's got this color in her hair, and it's a high collar. That might work. Let's see, girl power. This cute one. Let's see. What else do we have? That one's close, but it's not really the vibe I want to go for. Let's see. So she's got blue in hers, which is kind of the vibe that we need. We can go with that one to go with her yellow, maybe? I don't know. Got that purple top, but she's got a pattern on a pattern if we do that, which isn't always the best. We'll go with that, and that kind of pulls in the pink and the purple from her skirt. That's a maybe. Let's see. And we've got a Roxy shirt, which is okay, but not really ideal. Oh, would this one work for her instead? What do y'all think? We'll try both of those. Again, we got a black and white stripe. I'm not going to really worry with that one. Don't know. I've got a couple of paisley tops that are pink, but I don't really love paisley, especially on a doll. Maybe go with that one with hers? I don't know. We've got some kind of peach that we've got to tie in, which that does tie in with that top. That one maybe? To tie in the different colors? We'll try both. This one is cute. Maybe for that, to tie into the skirt. No, I don't love a gray top for her. No. What do y'all think? Do you think we've got the one yet? Funky frogs? No? Definitely not. No, definitely not. Let's see, anything else, really? Nothing that's calling out to me. So I think what we're gonna do is we are going to try from there and see which of these we kind of vibe with the most. So we've got two options at least for each doll. So I'm gonna try this one first for our purple doll, because she's got a little bit of this kind of lilac feel to her, but it's also like violet and lavender. There's a lot going on here. It bugs me a little bit when they do multiple tones or multiple shades of the same tone like they did here, because we've got purple, we've got pink, we've got a teal in there somewhere, so it makes it just a little hard to pull that together, which is why they gave us like solid toned tops. But unfortunately, most of the time they don't give us solid toned tops in the actual dolls and the fashion packs. So what do we think? Is that the vibe we kind of want to go for? It's not a bad match, but it is a little too light. It's more, it has too much blue in it. We need something that has more pink in it. So, no to that top. I'm thinking it's gonna be this one. Like, it's cute, it's a little funky, a little more casual, a little more fun. We're gonna try it. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. We go back to the drawing board. But, you know, comme ci, comme ça. All right. Bum-ba. So we got kind of that vibe. I think that's gonna be our best bet, because it is that casual vibe that we're going for, but it's also within that tone range. It does even pull in that little teal that we're seeing in the skirt. So I'm thinking that's going to be our match for her. Now, all of their hair needs to be redone, because honestly, I think they should have given them shorter hair when it came to the Cutie reveals, just because of those big animal heads. It was all wrapped up inside, so they all wound up with really like wild hair, even after I boil washed. So I need to go through and do something again and like condition, I think. So this one, she has these greens and purples in her hair. Very much mermaid tones. So let's try this one first. Again, I kind of want to stick with her floral feel, even though she was a sloth. And they don't eat flowers. But it'll be fine. So, what we're going to do is we're going to try put this on her. I'm kind of vibing with that. What do y'all think? You think it works with her green? Because the green just kind of pulls into her skirt, so we don't have to worry too much about the top. But like that purple is kind of present in that top. I'm thinking that might be it. What do y'all think? Y'all think this is a better match? No, not really, right? Because like these purples are much more like pinkish. I think that's going to be her top. What we're going to call it. But with this one, we do have to find her shoes, because she is a tall beauty. So we're going to try to find her something in that purple range. Yes? Possibly? Because I don't really want to try to match those greens. Except I might be able to go with this one. What do y'all think? Like that? If I do a jelly shoe? Okay. Do a jelly shoe. Or I can do these, which are pretty close. We got that heel right there. Because my other option are these green boots, and I don't think that works right. It's too bright for what we've got going on. I do have these, but they're too blue, I think, to really go with it. I think we're going to try those three and see what we think. So the one I'm least confident in is going to be these, but they might be changing my mind. Hold on. What do we think? Does it go with her? Do we think it vibes with that green tone of her hair really well? Maybe. Okay, strong contender, actually. Wasn't entirely sure I was going to love these for her. Let's try these on, because I don't think this is the same green that we've got going on. So we've got that. It kind of makes it more casual. That makes that skirt look really blue, though. No. Not these. I've decided that much. We've got this light purple, which does match the purple that's in the top. So we're going to try those. Bum, bum, bum. Okay. So, cute? Yes, possibly. I don't know which one I like more, though. Let's put one of each on. What do we think? You know, I'm going to go with the green. I'm going to go with the green because we get this shade a lot less often than we get purple. Purple we get pretty often. This green we don't get a ton. But generally with the darker haired dolls, we get purple a lot. My God, there's a lot going on with her hair. I may have to just throw hers in a ponytail or something. I don't know. It's very, very cute, but I'm gonna have to do the Guinevere for her. Right there. Yeah, I think that's actually a really cute match for her. But again, it keeps things still pretty casual, which is good. And now we're going to try out our Peachy doll. So we have this one, and then in here we do have that peachy kind of thread and the pink and the orange to pull it together. And again, like I said, I don't love her skirt, but I do want to keep her in it to try and keep that vibe that she was originally giving. But like, if she hadn't been wearing this skirt, I doubt I would have kept her in it. I generally, when we get these in like fashion packs, I don't even bother styling them because they're so meh. Or like the color reveal swimsuit dolls that get these all the time. So let's see. What do we think? Yes? Maybe? It's nice. It doesn't detract from how shiny the skirt is with trying to be too crazy. It's giving a little bit middle schooler vibes, though. I don't know. Let's see. Let's try the other way. Let's try this one. It's long sleeve, which is a little different of a vibe. It does have matching pants also, which is kind of fun. But I do keep them separate because they are separates. But we'll give it a vibe check and see what we've got going. Bum, bum, bum. Okay. And if we have these, we can just push them up a little bit. Bum, bum, bum. What do y'all think on that? I don't know. It's not vibing with her hair as much as the other one. The other one gave middle school vibes, but it actually vibed with her look pretty well. So I think we're going to stick with that. Just to give her a little bit more of that innocent vibe. Her hair is the color of sunshine, and it's got the blue in it for her hair also. So, you know, we can do loads of things. There we go. And she's got her shoes. We're going to leave her shoes. They are a little loose, but, you know, that's okay. These could probably actually be a tall body shoe, but she wasn't on a tall body. So we're going to just pop her like that. And we're going to go on to our difficult one. She has two very different colors in her hair. She has got this light blue, which kind of goes with her shoes. She's got this lime green, and she has got this pink. So I'm thinking the pink is going to work best. One, because it will also take away some more of that skin tone shift. But part of me just wants to throw her in the red to kind of vibe with her kind of vampy feel. But I don't think the red is going to work as well. I think this pink polo is going to be our best bet. And I think this actually came out of a golf career pack. if I remember correctly. So it looks cute. It doesn't look perfect, but I think a lot of that has to do with the fact that her hair is just freaking wild, y'all. Like, I need to just get it pushed down to like here and maybe leave like a strand or two free, but like her hair is wild. She's giving Bella Swan Barbie. But it looks okay because we've got a little bit of that pink shimmer in her skirt. That teal kind of comes in from her hair. So I'm thinking that's going to work because the more I look at this lilac, it doesn't really pull in to anything except for the fact that it had a high neck. And the same thing with the red. Whereas this teal goes with with this more like fuchsia, goes in with her hair and her eyes. So I think that's going to be our fit for her. Like, it's very cute. Like, all four of them are looking very sweet. Very much like they are college girls, just kind of like hanging out. Like, four best friends, none of them dress like they're going to the same spot. But they're all still pretty casual, which is kind of the vibe that we wanted to go with. So, what do you guys think? Do you think they need some different outfits? Do you think I should drop any of the skirts that are attached or the shoes that came with them and just kind of style them up more glam? But I think for now, they're cute. We added a new tall and a new petite to our collection. So, we've got options again. All right, y'all. As always, be good. Bye.